Hi, it's me again. I wanted to offer some realistic solutions to those of you who feel like you're constantly wasting time. Because I know that the theoretical may sound very lovely and flowery, but when it comes to the day-to-day, you may not know, okay, well, how do I do this? How do I get out of it? Because that feeling like you're wasting time and you're spinning your wheels, it's not fun. It's definitely not fun, and it could make us feel like just not fun, right? Like our low self-esteem. Like what are we doing with ourselves, really? So for me, a couple of things that help me, and then I'll share other things that help others. For me, writing things down, having a to-do list, but a realistic to-do list, because I've talked a lot of crap about to-do lists because they can become our worst nightmare. But a realistic to-do list is important, because the more that you hold all of this information in your head, the more energy your mind is using to try to remember what it is that you need to do. And you may get lost halfway, like, oh, I'm gonna go and do this, and oh my God, I forgot that I had to go and print out the paperwork, and if I don't print out the paperwork, the food's gonna burn, and I needed to call that client back, and what was I doing? And then 10 minutes have gone by and you have to start everything over again. So have a realistic to-do list visually. Write it down on your computer, on your phone, on a piece of paper. I don't care. Just somewhere where you can actually look through it and cross off. Because that act of crossing off, there's just this amazing sense of accomplishment I know that many of us have when we just cross off the thing. And then we have that visual reminder of, okay, that's done, off of my brain, off the paper, next task. The other thing is try to organize your days so that you have some time for yourself in the beginning of the day, right? And this is, for me, it was crucial for when my children were little, when they needed me more. And so I suggest this to all moms, but regardless of your children's age, try to start the day with a little bit of your you time, even if it's 20 minutes, even if it's just for the cup of coffee, even if you're going to meditate for 5 minutes, even if you're going to just sit outside and look at the sun rise or whatever you want to do. But just something so that you're starting your day with the intention of, okay, this is my me time. And then everything else will revolve around everyone and everything that has to do with my lifetime. When you have that intention, then you can organize also if you're the one who prepares the food. Do you need to prepare food at the end of the day? Do you need to cook 3 times a day? Can you bulk cook either at the end of the week or in the beginning of the week or in the morning, so that you're not rushing home from getting the kids from school, rushing home from work, and then cooking and organizing and getting them, and did you do your homework, and I have to take you to soccer, or I have to take you to dance, and all of the mayhem that comes up at the end of the day. And then on top of that, you're trying to figure out, wait, what kind of food am I going to make for them? What is it that they want to eat? Because that's really exhausting as it is. So organizing and scheduling is so important. And if you're not good for yourself to be organizing, then own it. You're not the best at organizing, but then try. See how well that works out for you. If you can try for a little bit to set schedules, to set parameters as to when you do what, and see how that works. And then if it doesn't work, tweak it and try something else. But having that kind of organization of, okay, I'm going to dedicate this time for this, that time for that, and this time for something else, can help, again, with realistic expectations. A lot of times we assume that we write it on paper and it looks glorious and totally doable, and halfway through the day we realize, well, we only got through 2 tasks. So it's not something personal against us, it's maybe that schedule just wasn't realistic. So you scratch and try again. Multitasking is something that a lot of us think is the best because it seems like we're doing so much, and the reality is we're not. It's not even called multitasking, it's called task switching. It seems like we're doing two things at once or more at once, but really what our brain is doing is changing from one task to the next, and back and forth, and back and forth. And between that back and forth change, lots of errors can take place and lots of setbacks can take place. So if you're prone to multitasking, I would ask you to try for a few days or for a week to stop, to see if it makes a difference in how productive and organized you are. You might notice a change, you might not. Anyway, it's all about trial and error. If you have any tips that work for you to help you feel organized, I would love it if you shared it below. And the last one, the most important one that I think many of us, especially in the beginning of the journey of reducing perfectionism, have, is that resting is not a waste of time. Exercising is not a waste of time. Anything that may seem like it's not productive because it doesn't fit within the definition that you've created from wherever it is that you got the idea of productive comes from, is not a waste of time. However, if it's making you feel bad, like unnecessarily scrolling through social media and comparing yourself to people who seem to have it all together when they don't, then that's a waste of time. But taking some time to relax, to read a book, to sit outside, to do whatever it is that your heart desires, if that's what's replenishing for you, then that's not a waste of time. So I'll leave you with that. I hope you take care, and I will be seeing you guys next time.